When the manager slid a $10,000 invoice across the desk and grinned, I knew I was being taken for a ride. It all started with a simple project proposal from Azure Tech for social media management. They promised content creation, but the bills that followed were for services I never asked for and never got. I called their customer service over and over, explaining the mistake. Every time I heard, "We'll look into it," "Someone will call you back," or "The manager is unavailable," the invoices kept coming, each one more outrageous than the last. My credit score took a hit, and I started to feel desperate. I decided to take matters into my own hands. I went to my bank and asked to withdraw $10,000 in single-dollar bills. The teller raised an eyebrow, but I just smiled and said it was for a special project. After they counted out the cash, I stuffed it all into a large duffel bag. I called Azure Tech and told them I was coming to pay the bill in full. They sounded eager, assuring me the billing team would be ready. The next morning I walked into their office, bag in hand, and marched straight to the billing counter. I slammed the bag down on the desk, making sure everyone in the waiting room noticed. "I'm here to pay my bill," I said loud and clear. The young receptionist looked up, startled, and asked for my account number. I pulled out the stack of bills I'd been carrying for months and said, "Before we start, I need you to walk me through each charge and show me exactly when I received these services." Her smile began to fade as she realized what I was doing. She stumbled through explanations, but it was clear she had no idea what she was talking about. I opened my calendar and started going through each date line by line. One bill claimed a meeting with their team on a day I was actually on vacation in another state. Another bill listed emails from a person I'd never heard of. As we went through the charges, her confidence crumbled. She started to see that her company had been trying to scam me all along. The manager who'd handed me the invoice earlier appeared, looking less smug now, and tried to intervene. I wasn't having any of it. I demanded evidence for every charge. When they couldn't produce any, I told them I would only pay for services I'd actually received, which, as it turned out, was nothing. His face turned bright red as he realized he'd been caught. He tried to bluster and threaten, but I just smiled and said I'd already spoken to my lawyer, and was ready to take them to court if needed. Eventually they backed down. We settled with a simple apology and a guarantee they'd stop sending me fake bills. I left the office with my duffel bag still full of cash, feeling a wave of satisfaction and relief. I'd taken on a company that thought it could push me around and come out on top. It was a hard-won lesson, but I learned that sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, or in this case, dollar bills with dollar bills. I realized I'd been too trusting, too willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. I also learned I have the power to stand up for myself, to demand justice and fairness. The experience taught me to be more vigilant, to question everything, and to never back down when I know I'm right. Walking away, I felt pride and empowerment I'd never felt before. I'd taken on a giant and won, and I know I can overcome any obstacle that comes my way. In the end, it wasn't just about the money or the principle, it was about refusing to be taken advantage of. I learned I have the power to create change, to make a difference, and to fight for what's right. That lesson stays with me, a reminder that I'm capable of overcoming anything that comes my way.